my name is I10 and welcome to my first YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing an at-home follow-along hip mobility routine. So if your hips are feeling stiff and you need some movement, then this is for you. So we're going to start by finding a surface where you can place your feet against. Okay, we're going to bring the palms of the feet together and we're going to place our toes against that surface. We're going to wiggle ourselves close to our heels and we're going to lie back onto the floor. Wiggle yourself in. So just place your hands onto your hip bones. Okay, we're going to start by learning how to breathe effectively. So we're going to take an inhale through the nose. I want you to think about there being a balloon in your stomach. When you breathe in, you want your balloon to expand. Okay, we're going to fill the lungs with air. The rib cage is going to expand. Okay, when you breathe out, you're going to draw your belly button in, engage your abs. Okay, so we're going to press the palms of the feet together. Okay, apply some tension there. You're going to feel your inner thighs engage. At the same time, you're going to pull the knees down towards the floor. Okay, so feet pressing together, knees pressing down. We're going to inhale, expand the rib cage. On the exhale, we're going to rotate and pull the hip toward the chin. Okay, we're rotating the hip. I'm still pressing my feet together. We repeat, inhale. Allow the hips to relax, arch your back, and exhale. Draw the hips in towards the chin. Repeat, inhale. Relax the hip. Exhale. Draw the hip in, knees pressing down. And again, inhale. Exhale, rotate. One more, inhale. Feet still pressing together. Exhale. And relax. Just getting the hips nice and warm. And I'm going to turn over onto my left. Slowly bring my right knee over, join it up with my left. And I'm going to find my way into a seated position. So I'm going to lie down onto my side. Let's start with lying down over the right shoulder. I'm going to lie down onto my right and I'm going to place my head into my hand. Okay, keeping the knees together, I'm going to stretch out my left leg. So you should have a nice straight line all the way from your shoulder down to the toes. Try not to bring your bottom leg forward, keep it in line. So knees are in line with each other. Okay, we're going to place one hand onto the floor and we're going to lift that top leg. We're going to draw the knee in, all the way into the chest. We're going to rotate, bring the knee down to the floor. Rotate, bring the heel down to the floor. Recenter, stretch and lift. Repeat, we go in, rotate and heel and stretch and lift. Again, in and down and stretch and lift. Two more, we go in and knee and heel and stretch and lift. One more, we go in and knee, heel, stretch and lift. Now we're going to do hip cars, controlled articular rotations, which is a circular movement of the hip joint. So we're going to draw the knee in, squeeze your glute, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep that tension. We're going to open the knee up, right? We're starting to draw a circle. Think about bringing your knee up to your shoulder. Keep it close. Then we're going to rotate the hip, pressing your top hip forward, keeping tension in the glute, and we bring the knees together. And we repeat again. Big circle, in, up, around, and down. Again, in, up, round, and down. 2 more. In, squeeze the glute, up, round, and down. 1 more. In, up, round, and down. Relax. My hip is slightly on fire. And we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to lie onto my left side, placing my head into my hand, knees together, stretching out that top leg. I'm going to shuffle forward slightly. Actually, I shall rotate this way. Okay. We repeat. Lift that top leg, right? Draw the knee in. We tap the knee down, tap the heel down, recenter, and lift. That's 1. In. Tap. Tap. And lift. That's 2. 3 more. In. Down. Down. Lift. Feel that glute. In. Tap. Tap. Lift. 1 more. In. Tap. Tap. And lift. Hip cars. In. Squeeze the glute. Lift up. And around. Press the top hip forward. And close. Keep that tension. In. And up. Around. And down. 3 more. In. Up. Around. And down. 2 more. In. Up. Around. And down. 1 more. In. Up. Squeeze the glute. And relax. Give your hip a little bit of a punch. Good. We're going to move on to my favorite hip movement. We're going to do some hip hinges on the floor from a 90-90 position. So you're going to sit onto the floor and you're going to find this position here. Imagine you're sort of sitting inside a square, okay? You don't want your legs to be out here. We're going to find a 90-degree angle at your knee, both knees, as well as both feet, okay? We also have a 90-degree angle here at the hips. So I'm going to rotate over my front leg. If this position is too difficult for you to hold, just find a pillow or something else, maybe a towel, something where you can rest your leg onto, okay? So it gives you something to push against. So that is if this position is difficult and you find your knee raising up, okay? Otherwise, just use the floor like I am. So rotate over your front leg. We're going to drive this leg down into the floor, okay? I'm squeezing my glute here. You're gonna feel your inner thigh engage. Keep that tension pushing into the floor. Have your hands beside you. We're going to hinge from the hip, okay? You're moving from the hip, not from the chest, from the hip. Stay nice and tall. You're going to lengthen and reach over your leg, okay? Like you're trying to reach your chin to the floor. Then you're going to come back to center. I'm still pressing my foot, my leg into the floor as I'm hinging forward and back. Let's do 6 more reps. 3, and up. 4, and up. 5, and up. 6, 7, 1 more. 8. Lovely. Stay exactly where you are. We're going to rotate over the back leg now, okay? Place both hands behind you. We're going to do some hip pails and rails, which is a series of contractions, right? Pushing and pulling, which is going to help us work into that hip and improve our hip rotation, right? So the front leg that we just did, we're working external rotation. Over the back leg, we're going to be working our internal rotation. So same thing, we start in the same manner. Drive that leg down into the floor. Engage your outside glute, okay? Now, we're going to think in percentages. we're going to start with 70%. So I want you to use 70% of your maximum effort driving down into the floor, okay? Now I want you to build that tension up to 80%. So now we're using 80% of our maximum effort to push this entire leg and foot down into the floor. Now we're going to hold this for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay where you are. Now we're going to think about pulling the leg off the floor. So imagine I was going to lift that leg, right? We're not physically going to lift. We're going to think about lifting, right? So we're going to be now engaging a different set of muscles. And we're going to start with 70% of our maximum effort again. And we're going to build that to 80. I want you to rotate as deep as you can into that hip. This is really important, okay? We're trying to work into that end range hip mobility, okay? And this will differ from person to person, but you're going to rotate as far as you can, okay? And we're going to hold that for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We repeat, pushing down. 70, 80, engage your outside glute. Now let's build that tension to 90%. Holding for 10, 9, 8, press the knee down. 6, press the heel down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we rotate into the hip, pulling up. 70, 80, 90. And we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good job. 3, 2, 1. One more round. Stay where you are. Rotate deeper if you can. Pushing down. 70. Build to 80. Build to 90. If you want to, build to 100. And we press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling up. 70, 80. Rotate deeper. 90. If you want to build to 100, we go 10, 9. Keep pulling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rotate out of it. Woo! Hip is feeling very, very warm now. Okay, let's slowly rotate to the other side. We're going to repeat that exact same sequence on the other side. So we find our 90-90 hip position, right? 90 degrees at the heels, knees, and the hips. Let's square our body over that front leg. Palms on the floor. We drive that leg down into the floor, engaging the outside glute. And we reach over for 8. And back. 7. And back. Feeling a stretch on the outside of the hip. 6. And 5. And 4. Keep pushing. 3, even on the way up. 2, still pressing the leg down. 1 more. And lift. Good job. We rotate over the back leg. Palms behind. Lean back if you have to. And we're going to drive the leg down 70%. Build it to 80. Engage the glute. We hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And think about pulling up off the floor. We rotate deep into that hip as far as we can. 70%. Build to 80%. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You might get a little bit of shaking. 2, 1. And we repeat, pressing down. 70%. 80, rotate deeper. 90 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulling up. 70, rotate deeper. 80, 90 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round. Pressing down. 70, 80, 90. If you want to, go to 100 for 10, 9, 8. Good job. 7. Keep pushing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse lifting. 70. Rotate. 80. Rotate. 90. Rotate deeper. 100 for 10, 9, 8. Breathe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Slowly rotate away from your hip. Good job, guys. Slowly come out of that position. We're going to make our way back to where we started, finding that surface that we can place our feet up against. Palms of the feet together. Wiggle yourself toward your heels and lie back. We're going to finish with a lovely butterfly stretch. Palms beside you, facing up. And just close your eyes. Allow the hips to relax. Well done. We did a lot of work today. Let the knees drop. Let your body sink into the floor. And just breathe. Just observe your breath. Do not control the pace of your breath. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. With every exhale, sink deeper into the floor. Feel the weight of your head against the floor, the weight of the shoulders, upper back, mid back, hips, knees, ankles, the back of the hands. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And we're going to roll onto the left. Slowly bring your right knee over, closing the knees together, finding your fetus position, and use the floor to press yourself back up. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for following along. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please come back, repeat it 2-3 times a week, however many times you need, and I will catch you guys in the next one.